Hey guys, Drifter here. I'm at MLG Anaheim right now, and I wanted to be the very first person, the first YouTuber, the first anybody ever actually outside of Astro to show off the brand new A50 headsets. These are not available to the public yet, and they're not even revealed at E3 yet. E3 is the big reveal, but I get to play with them here early today. So I kind of wanted to do, it's not an unboxing per se because these are engineering samples and they've obviously already been unboxed, but I wanted to talk to them a little bit, talk about them, and show them off. One of the first things I wanted to point out before we get too much into the close-ups is that if you take a look at these, they look almost identical to ASTRO A40s. They don't look like the old A50s at all. They have the same changeable headpiece. They have the same changeable earpieces as the new A40s, and they're about half the weight of the A50s. I know some people didn't like the heaviness. They have significantly reduced the weight on these to where they're about 2/3 to 1/2 of the weight of the old A50s. But let's go ahead and get some close-ups and zoom in so I can show you some details. So one of the fun things you'll notice right off the bat is that while we do have an on-off switch, it also has an automatic on and off feature because there's an accelerometer based in the headsets. This is the power button right here indicating if it's on or off. Right now it's off. I don't need to do anything but pick up the headset and move it just a little bit, and you can see that it's turned on so that in the future you don't have to micromanage flipping that switch on and off. You can basically just leave it on, and when you set it down it'll turn off in 15 seconds, and when you want to use it again you just pick it up and put it on your head and it's already good to go. If I keep talking for long enough, I think it's got about a 15-second timer before it turns off. Yep, there we go, off. It just knows when you're using it and knows when you're not, and it'll turn on and off as needed so you don't have to fool with it. Okay, we've swapped over to the other color headset. I wanted to show you the buttons that we have here. We have the Dolby on-off button. You can just hit it, click it as needed if you want it on or off. We've got our 3 different equalizer modes, which are not presets anymore. You can customize them in the software. And of course, the volume wheel on the bottom. Other things about these A50s compared to the other ones are that you can take the earpieces out, just like the new A40s, and customize them a little bit. And I'm going to try to do this all in one take. We're going to flip it over. You can also take out the top band. If I can get a good, nice pull on. Try not to break the headset here because I know they only have so many of these right now. Yep, you can, come on now, cooperate with me. Yep, you can customize the top headbands just like you can on the A40s. Unfortunately though, the A50s do not have customizable ear tags because this side is your voice and volume balance meter, but this can also be done in the software in case you don't want to do it here. So what they probably put more work into than the headset was the brand new base or docking station. Remember the old one used to have to hang here in the middle. This one you just set down into, and if you look carefully, there are magnetic pins here in the middle and magnetic pins here on the bottom for charging, which you set just right into. Easy peasy like. But we also have stats here. I almost got my fingers backwards on this side. This shows exactly how much battery life you have. This one's fully charged, so we've got all 4 bars available. If it were less, it would go down and turn red, obviously, when we're dying. We have the Dolby meter, which means we have Dolby on, and if I hit the button here, you can see it's no longer in Dolby mode. So you know which mode it is when you pick it up. You don't have to turn it on and off to figure that out. And of course we have the indicator that we have power on. Now if I am going to do something on the side here, I'm going to flip a switch and you see that we get a slightly different color. That's because we've swapped from PC to console, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this so I can show you the options on the other side. Now I have unplugged it like a genius during my rotation. If I can get this glare free, there we go. You can see that we have an easy peasy switch that you can swap between PC and console here so that you no longer have to do the options in your PC itself or fool with it. You just flop as needed. And we have a charging cable, of course, just USB charge, so if your headsets run low, you can charge them while you're playing. On the other side, you will see that we have some more ports. This is the USB charging cable that powers the base station. This is what you would plug into your PC or into the wall or console or whatever you plan to do with it. We have optical in and out, so it's an optical pass-through. So you can just literally pass through to whatever device you want getting optical audio. And our auxiliary cable here is also in and out, so you can do a lot of interesting things with it. Most notably, if you want to hook it up to your cell phone, you can just make calls on your A50. So if you're gaming and streaming, and you want to stream your cell phone conversation, you could probably do that with your wireless A50s, though when your mother calls, I would highly recommend against it. That's it for the hardware. Software-wise, there's a lot of changes, a lot of customizable stuff you can do with these stations and the software. And there is customizable microphones for the first time ever in an Astro product. And I don't mean that you change the microphones, but what I mean volume settings for your own feedback. Some people like to hear themselves talk, some people hate it, and you can actually change the compression levels and I believe the softness of the tones and whatever, so that the microphone here is going to be much more commentary ready and much less tournament focused. And that's kind of it. I just wanted to show off the product. I'm glad to be able to play with it early, glad to be able to be the first person to tell you about it. It's not currently available for pre-order, right? But it will be soon. So there's a little shameless product promotion there. I'll change the link when it is available for pre-order. And personally, I like the green ones way better than the blue ones over there. I just think this color scheme is pretty dope. Drifter out.